Good morning, sports fans, and welcome to the Defining Moment right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. My goodness, it's been too long. It's been too long. My apologies. But hey, the Defining Moment has returned to IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. That's right, y'all. This is not a drill. This show has taken quite the hiatus. But damn it, we want more sports. And well, we, as of course the people, all you diehards out there, must get your fill of sports. So what's going down today? Well, I don't know, pretty much a little bit of everything, just like the show does. The IE Sports Radio Sampler Tray Show, aka The Defining Moment, aka the flagship show of IE Sports Radio, has returned, and we're in full blast, baby. Let's get this thing going, shall we? Upsets galore. My goodness, yesterday there were more upsets than I could ever think back to in college football. I'll tell you, more upsets than I can eat slices of pizza, and I can put away some pizza. I'm just saying. So that was pretty awesome yesterday, seeing all these teams get down and dirty. Notre Dame, who doesn't look like they can play football anymore, beat number 4 Clemson. Awesome. LSU, can we get a hand clap for those Tigers putting away their rival Alabama in overtime? My goodness. Incredible, right? Number 1, Tennessee, that was short-lived because number 3, Georgia, was like, hey, that's our crown. So just saying, guys, lots of craziness going on in the college football world. NBA action. Well, there's a lot of great things going on in the NBA, and it's not my Lakers. Hey, but there is a 9-0 team right now, and they are the Milwaukee Bucks. We'll get into them. Oh yeah, just so you know, yesterday we crowned a champion. 2 of them, LAFC, will earn their first ever MLS Cup title in franchise history, defeating the Philadelphia Union. And it was a double whammy for Philadelphia yesterday, as the Houston Astros will now claim their second World Series title in franchise history in game number 6. Lomachenko did his thing last week. What's next for him is, will he and Devin Haney fight? Let's hope so. A champion was crowned like 40 years ago in Formula 1, Mr. Max Verstappen, but we still have a few races left on the docket. The NFL season is just heating up. The playoff picture is now taking shape. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, there's so much more to get into. Some hockey, college soccer, college volleyball. You are now tuned in live to the Defining Moment right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
It's IE Sports Radio. It is your direct feed for all that is sports. It is Philly Sports Talk with Cash and Chris every Tuesday night right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Philly Sports Talk with Cash and Chris is the most comprehensive view on Philadelphia sports exclusively right here on IE Sports Radio. You know what it is, your direct feed for all that is sports. Tuesday night, IE Sports Radio, Philly Sports Talk with Cash and Chris.
Are you a fan of Buffalo sports? Are you thinking of changing loyalties and becoming a Buffalo sports fan? Do you even know where Buffalo is on the map? Did you know Canada is closer to Buffalo than New York City? Welcome to the Buffalo Huddle, every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 4 p.m. Pacific Coast Time on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. I'm your host, Patty Bax. This is a podcast designed for you, the passionate sports fan. I know you love your sports. Who doesn't? I cover Buffalo sports and so much more by bringing in the human elements. I call it Buffalo Sports with a Twist. Join me as we take a journey into the world of Buffalo sports. I guarantee you'll fall in love with Buffalo just like I did. Each week we start with an inspiration, question of the day, a Buffalo fun fact, and our weekly challenge to you, the listener. Come huddle up with me every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 4 p.m. Pacific Coast Time for the Buffalo Huddle with Patty Bax on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. As we say in Buffalo, go Bills!
As we say on IE Sports Radio, we are your direct feed for all that is sports. Ladies and gentlemen, my goodness, it is so great to be back. I just got my coffee, so I am going to be flying higher than all those LSU Tiger fans right now. Well, maybe not their level. They're ecstatic right now, but I am feeling good, and we are about to rock and roll. So with that said, y'all, I think y'all know what time it is. It's time to party. Let's get this. Ladies and gentlemen, we have ourselves a champion to crown to start off the show. The LAFC looked very good all season, but my goodness, they would close it out in style. Yeah, how about this? 3-3. It was 3-3. The freaking game was 3-3. You can't script this kind of crap. This season was amazing in the MLS. My stupid Galaxy didn't even go very far in the playoffs. At least we made it. Looking at you, Lakers. But I'll tell you right now, this LAFC team, overcame so many odds. Philadelphia Union looked like they were going to eat everybody for breakfast, including them this season. And honestly, it was a very, very, very good game. My God, there was a red card. I mean, this game had everything in it. It was like I don't know, man. This was crazy. It was incredible to see this game. Check it out. But the Union, man, just couldn't get it done. They went into extra time. No dice, you guys. Extra time couldn't decide this freaking game. So we go into PKs, and this is where LAFC shined. Absolutely shined, you guys. 3-0 in PKs. And you know what? Congratulations to these guys, man. LAFC, they will win their first ever MLS title. This is the first big thing they've ever won, you guys. And you know what? They freaking earned it. Congratulations, LAFC! You gotta love it, right? Philadelphia took one on the chin, but man, they have nothing to be ashamed of. They had a hell of a season. Last year's MLS Cup was a good one at the very tail end with NYCFC and how they scored that goal at the last freaking split second of the game. But man, this was good. That was a good game. So I am really, really, really happy that we had a great ending to the MLS. And well, we are now on to the World Cup. Of course, we will get into that coming up next, but man, I just want to say one more time, big shout out to LAFC and incredible job this season. Alright, y'all, we are now heading on over to the World Cup. Well, starting up in just a few weeks from today, November 20th, you guys, literally a few weeks, like a few. Some people associate a few with the number 2, or, a couple, that is 2. You can literally say that right now, because today is November 6th, and 2 weeks from right now, it is November 20th. So, November 20th, 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, where I am over here on the West Coast. East Coast time, 11 a.m., Qatar will host Ecuador, and this shall be a good game. Next up, our beloved United States. The USA looks like a strong team going into this year. I am really excited, you guys, because you know what? This team seriously looks like they have a chance. So it's exciting. Get excited about this, you know what I mean? I am very, very, very excited for this World Cup this year. Italia didn't make it because, for the second year in a row, they just want to play, or, for the second World Cup in a row. But is what it is. United States looking strong in first opponent Wales. That is next Monday on the 21st. So really fast, take a look at the tables here. In Group A, we have Qatar, Ecuador, Senegal, and the Netherlands. In Group B, jolly old England. Hey, we have England, Iran, the United States, and Wales. In Group C, Argentina, we have Saudi Arabia, Mexico, and Poland. Group D, France, Australia, Denmark, and Tunisia. In Group E, Spain, Costa Rica, Germany, and Japan. In Group F, Belgium, Canada, Morocco, and Croatia. Group G, Brazil, Serbia, Switzerland, and Cameroon. And in Group H, Portugal, Ghana, Uruguay, and Korea. Well, South Korea, of course. But, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be an incredible World Cup, and I am really excited for it. Overall, there has been some great... The first World Cup I really watched and got into was in 2006 when I was in high school. I remember, all of my friends and I, we were in driver's ed, I think, or in summer school and high school was between my junior and my senior year, and of course I'm over here repping, as being half and half, Mexico and Italy. U.S. is already out by then, I think, but Italy, I was repping hard, and my goodness, you guys, what an amazing World Cup that was. And, well, Italy would defeat France, and I was hooked, man. I started playing the FIFA video game that year. I mean, it was just so great. And now I've been following world soccer since then, and it has been awesome. I have really enjoyed it, and soccer is truly the world sport. So super excited for this World Cup coming up in just a few days. I like it. It's during the holidays. I mean, that's pretty cool. We should have had it during the summer, of course. It's way too hot in Qatar. That's from what I understand why they moved it. And you know what? I'm really, I'm jazzed up, y'all. We got so much going on, and the sports intersection just concluded, as I like to call it, in October, which is where almost all the sports intersect. Some are jumping on the freeway, some are getting off, some are right in the middle. I mean, it's awesome. So, it's really neat to see the World Cup around this time. I think maybe this should happen again. I kind of like it. This is better. I know that a lot of other teams, like teams around the world, probably aren't too pleased about that. But with players leaving and everything, and it not being during the summer. But I'll tell you, I think it's pretty cool. I would not mind this again. So I really want to see this and enjoy some soccer during the holidays or during this time period. So with that said, let's go ahead and run on over, you guys, into some basketball. Let's do it, y'all. So, all right. This is not going to be that long of a segment because there's one team that is absolutely eating everybody like a bowl of cereal, and that is the Milwaukee Bucks, man. This team is good. Perfect 9-0 so far to start the season. They've done a tremendous job, and this is one hell of a team, guys. We all know how good this team really is, and it's exciting to see them. It's exciting to see what they've brought to the table. And in the chat room here, oh my goodness, we got everyone in the chat room. Good morning to Mr. Mike Pat and Mr. Arthur Parsons. Yeah, Arthur says, let's go. Of course, he's jazzed up for his LSU Tigers. Arthur says here, your Lakers took down my Pelicans, but it's okay, long season. Yeah, that's probably one of the only wins we're going to get this season, Arthur. Anyway, with the way we're playing right now. But right now, it is awesome. It is really awesome to see some of these teams emerge. I was not really expecting Cleveland to be this good. I wasn't. I'll be straight with you. I was not expecting Cleveland to be 7-1 right now. I just wasn't. But you know what? Good for them. I kind of expected Atlanta to be maybe just a tad bit better, but then again, the games they lost, I don't know. But the Bulls looking pretty strong right now. The Eastern Conference is I like it. It looks like what it should be, kind of. Now, the West is a little jacked up. Why? Because Denver, I had high hopes for Denver. I thought Denver would be 9-0 right now. But they kind of fell off a little bit. Phoenix is about where they should be. Maybe they should have been a little bit better at the moment. Utah still looking solid. Once again, there's a couple little mixes here and there where I thought maybe not. The Lakers in the basement along with Houston and Golden State, that's not a surprise, right? Just a couple of teams that are, I don't know, just not what they used to be. So, and even Golden State right now, they're quite the surprise to think they would actually be pretty solid, but they kind of fell off. But it's a long season, you guys, just like Arthur said. And yeah, so with that said, I'm not going to spend too much time on the NBA, and we're going to move forward. But man, it has been quite a good season so far. Today we got Lakers and Cavaliers. Actually, no, my gosh, no, we don't. We got way more than that. We, of course, have a solid day of NBA action coming your way. There we go. So, Lakers and Cavaliers, Bulls and Raptors, Wizards and Grizzlies, and Jazz and Clippers. So looking forward to that. Arthur says here in the chat room, I feel like it's early in the season and teams are trying weird rotations and whatnot. No, absolutely. And overall, what we get early in the season is nowhere near what we get mid-season or towards the end. So, yeah, okay, Larry B, you talked a bunch of crap right now. Yeah, we get it. But we understand right now that it's just kind of weird. There are some football teams that we're going to get to in the NFL later on. Where is their recovery? Where's their footing? Because I haven't seen it. All right. So, yeah, we'll get into that, too, in just a bit. But, anyway, so now we have covered, of course, a little NBA, a little MLB action. Just kidding. No, we have not covered some MLB. So we're going to jump on over to that right now. Some of you may hate it. Some of you may not like this very much. I understand. But here we go, guys. Congratulations to those Houston Astros. I get it. They were booed everywhere they went a couple years back. I get it. They cheated. They were caught. But this year it looks pretty solid. Some of you are going to say, oh no, they cheated again. Okay, well, cool. If that's how you feel, that's how you feel. And who knows? All I know is that was a hell of a series. And all season long, guys, we got to see the Astros playing the way they've usually always played. I mean, my gosh, there's only so many ways to cheat, right? This team finished at 106-56. They dominated the West, which isn't that hard, but they did pretty damn good overall in the AL. Best record in the AL, okay, pretty good, right? And second best record in baseball. The first best record, the gosh damn Dodgers, my team, but couldn't quite do anything, couldn't quite do much, losing to the Padres, which is also another one of my teams. I know, I rep 3 teams, sorry, Southern California. Losing to the Padres, who only won 89 games. And let's not talk about my Angels, who just were horrible. But anyway, let's be real, guys. The Houston Astros played great baseball all year long, okay? And I do feel that they earned this thing. I mean, they won plenty this year. They looked very strong, and my gosh, man, what a way to end it. There was a no-hitter thrown in this World Series. I mean, guys, the Astros looked it was a fun World Series. But overall, the Astros looked really, really, really good, and they will celebrate their second World Series title in franchise history. Congratulations to those guys, man. As they, in my opinion, they completely earned it. So good job to them. And, well, that's just how the cookie crumbles. So the MLB has officially concluded. Oh, we're off to the races right now, as we are going to talk a little bit of motorsports. So, overall, a couple weeks ago, Max Verstappen would win. He would win the Formula One title. Congratulations to this young man. I am just such a fan of this guy, man. Congratulations. Can we give it up for yes? Yeah. That's what I'm saying, man. Good old Max. Honestly, okay. I will say one thing. It's a little, I don't know. The Europeans and the Americans are a little bit different when it comes to sports. We're playoff people. Europeans and other people around the world are just like, no, we play a certain amount of games and then that's it, like in soccer. Same thing with racing. Today, we got the Championship 4 in NASCAR. We got the Championship 4 in NASCAR, you guys. And I like the playoff system. In the NHRA, we have the countdown to 1. The playoff system. I love it. Now, IndyCar does the same thing that Formula One does, just points, and if you happen to win by the, 10th race of the season, then you won. Okay, I get it. And that's not taking anything. That just shows you how damn good Max Verstappen is, okay? It really is. This guy is solid. His career has been incredible. That you can't take anything away from this guy, and if you try to, I don't like you. I'm just kidding. But Max Verstappen he's a badass, man. I remember this guy saying one time in the American Grand Prix a couple years back when he was fighting for 4th, okay? Homeboy was fighting for 4th place, I believe. And they told him on the headset to, back off, basically. You're going to, wreck the car or something like that. You're driving too crazy. You only have, a couple laps to go. And he straight up said back to his crew, hey, I did not come all the way over here to get 4th place. And you know what? I respect that. That's my kind of dude right there, man. That's what I'm saying. Congratulations to him. So, this year, Max Verstappen would make it happen. Okay, I'm sorry I had to do that. But big ups to Max Verstappen, man. The youngster is just, he's done so much. Of course, he's gotten older now, but when he first started racing, a little bit younger. And you gotta love what he brings to the table. I am just very happy to have been able to have watched his whole career. I didn't get to see the start of Lewis Hamilton. I didn't get to really see the start of Michael Schumacher growing up. I've always been a fan of the sport, but it's been like, yeah, here or there, I'll see some races here and there. But I've actually been able to really see Max Verstappen from almost his origin in Formula One, that is, not his whole career racing, but it's just incredible to see this guy and what he's done. Right after the Japanese Grand Prix, back on the 9th, this was like a month ago, he would win it. He won it all, and right now we're just racing to race. And he earned it. This is what he's worked so hard for. It's the second of his career, of course. He won it all last year. But I'm just saying, guys, he's done it. He's come to a level that he always knew he can be. And this is what's called believing in yourself, So Max Verstappen, dude, he's the guy, man. Like, he really is. He's something. And seeing what he's done in Formula One, it's incredible. And people can say what they want to say, but I mean, this guy, man, all but 25 years old, the young driver from Belgium, he's ready to rock and roll. So I just got to say, I'm very excited for him and for what's to come. Can Lewis get another title next year? Formula One looks a lot better, I'll tell you right now. There's more competition, I feel like, even though, Max kind of dominated, but, Anyway, with that said, you guys, we're going to take a short break. When we get back, plenty more sports on the way. You're listening to The Defining Moment right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. We'll be right back after this.
Some say that Indiana is just a flyover state. Flatlands and cornfields, barns and country roads. What if I told you Indiana is the crossroads of America? What if I told you, in all other states, basketball is just basketball? In Indiana, basketball is life. Crowded high school basketball gyms on a Friday night, and every barn with a basketball rim and a frayed, worn-out net. If you're interested in the heartbeat of America, and if you're interested in sports, if you have Hoosier running through your veins, the Crossroads Pod with Aaron X is made for you. Powered by IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Each and every week, the Crossroad Pod covers all of Indiana sports. The pride of the horseshoe of the Indianapolis Colts. The blue-collar gold swagger of the Indiana Pacers. The relentless pursuit of the sixth banner for the Indiana Hoosiers. The swing of the hammer of the Purdue Boilermakers. The swoop of the Cardinals of Ball State. The summoning of the echoes of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, the growl of the Bulldogs of Butler, the intensity of an Indiana fever, the chop of the Indianapolis Indians. At the Crossroads Pod, if it is Indiana, we've got you covered. More than cornfields, more than country back roads, the Crossroads of America. Join me, Aaron X, every week. It's nothing but net.
Hello, ladies and sinners. Hello, sports fans around the world. Hello, IE Sports family. This is Cale Henderson, the host of IE Vegas, the Sin City Sports Show, presented by IE Sports Radio. If you folks are interested in sports in the Vegas area, if you're wanting to have a blast for 1 hour, every Tuesday night from 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, this is a show built for the Vegas sports fans, where we feature the Las Vegas Raiders, the Las Vegas Golden Knights, the Las Vegas Aces, and the University of Las Vegas, Nevada Rebels. hopefully, fingers crossed, MLB team coming soon. Either way, if you folks are looking to have a blast for 1 hour each and every week, tune in Tuesday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you folks are interested in Vegas sports news, go to our Twitter at SinCities_IESR, and you can speak with me, the host, Cale Henderson, at Cale_Henderson on Twitter. At any time, be happy to reply. Always willing to reach out to our fans. Again, the Sin City Sports Show, presented by IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
Sports fans, do you like teams that are tough, cities that are tougher, and fan bases that are passionate about their teams? How about teams that are historic and stadiums that are iconic? Then you belong in Chicago, and you need to check out Chi-Town Weekly. Join me, Adam Kernan, every week as we keep up with all things Chicago sports. Bears, Bulls, Blackhawks, Cubs, White Sox. We'll cover them all, plus more. The Windy City is always buzzing, and we'll keep you up on all the big games and major stories. So tune in to Chi-Town Weekly every week right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
That is right, ladies and gentlemen. IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Alrighty, well, we're going to continue a little bit on more with some racing. The NHRA season is about to conclude with of course, the championships over at where it all begins, where it all ends, of course, in Pomona. Literally just like 35 miles up the, man, a little bit more than that. Maybe like 45 to 50 miles up the road, a little up north in Pomona. But I'll tell you, man, really exciting stuff. You know, I've been loving the sport forever. I mean, I got to talk to John Force on air right here on IE Sports Radio a few years ago for our 6th year anniversary, and that was one of the coolest things I've ever done in my entire life, and I just couldn't appreciate him being on the show more, and I could not appreciate Mr. Jonathan enough for reaching out and getting him, of course, on the show, and he was our agent at the time to recruit, but to book awesome people, especially during the COVID time and everything. That was awesome. So thank you, Jonathan, and thank you, John Force. But yeah, y'all, we have ourselves some good stuff coming up here in the NHRA. And, well, we are just towards the end right now. Coming up in Top Fuel, well, it is going to be fun. It's really just between two, I believe, right now. Well, we can read the top 5. But Steve Torrance, after winning like 100,000 straight, I don't know, he's 87 back. But he is 87 back from the top right now in 5th place. Antron Brown in 4th place, 78 points back. Mike Salinas, 66 points back. Justin Ashley, who's been doing great things this year, at 7 points back. And, of course, my driver in Top Fuel. We are talking about the one, the only, Miss Brittany Force. That's right. We need to get a little bumped up for this one. I'm excited, y'all. Yeah. Brittany Force starting things off, man. She's had a great year so far, so I'm really hoping she finishes this off with the championship. I remember a couple years ago when she won it all. John Force and his wife were just hugging, and the man of a million words, John Force, had nothing to say. He went to interview him, and he just walked away and says, "You talk to her, my wife," and he just walked away wiping his eyes. That's a man of emotion. That's my kind of driver, my kind of athlete, and that's why I've loved him for so long. My late father's favorite driver. And now, of course, I inherited him as my favorite driver and his daughters. And it's just been incredible. It has been incredible. So seeing Brittany Force now in the situation again, it is just, it's awesome. So I really hope she wins this thing. Next up, in Funny Car, we have the top 5 right now. 201 points back, Bob Tasca III. John Force is in the mix. 4th place right now, 186 points back. Matt Hagan, the 2-time champion, I believe, from the last 2 years, 63 points back. Ron Capps, 61 points back. Let's see if you can get that Napa car in there. I think he still drives that car. I haven't watched a lot this year. It's been a lot. It's been tough. And then Robert Height, currently leading at the top of Funny Car. Let's see what goes down. Next up, we got Pro Stock. Another great one. I love them all in NHRA, man. I'm just saying. It's awesome. You guys should try out the NHRA video game. I'm just saying. It's a really cool game. I haven't really got too far into it, but it is super cool. So, anyway, let's go ahead and continue. In Pro Stock, Greg Anderson is 288 points back. Kyle Koretsky, I believe. Don't want to butcher his name there, but 278 points back. Troy Coughlin Jr., 244 points back. Aaron Stanfield, 224 points back. And Miss Erica Enders. Mrs. Erica Enders she's awesome. This woman has really done so much in Pro Stock, and she's leading very, very, very well heading in to the finals in Pomona. So let's see how that ends. And then Pro Stock Motorcycle, the current top 5. Steve Johnson is 187 back. Angie Smith, 148 back. Jerry Savoy, 136 back. Joey Gladstone, 104 back. And our current leader, Matt Smith, he won it all a couple years ago. I can't remember if he won it all last year, but won it all a couple years ago, and he did his thing. He's currently leading going into Pomona. So let's see what happens heading on into Pomona, because, well, that's just what we like to do. We love our racing here on The Defining Moment. And, well, I'm really excited for that. And excited for what we'll be getting. It all goes down, you guys. We are pretty much done with racing for the season. For IndyCar ended now 2 months ago in September. We got the Brazilian Grand Prix coming up today. In a couple weeks, we got the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix in Formula One. NASCAR ends today, and next week the NHRA will conclude. So fun stuff, right? Alright, so guys, let's go ahead and kick it back in. Let's kick it into some world soccer. Really quick, the soccer press portion of the show. Congratulations to Pachuca. They won it all. Getting it done last weekend, I believe. Yeah, defeating Toluca 3-1 on aggregate. 8-2 on aggregate, actually. And they would win it. Of course, congratulations to them earning the Liga MX title this season. Great stuff. And yeah, Adam Karnick in the chat room saying racing is done. So it's time for hockey, right? Oh, don't even trip. Hockey's coming right up after this, Mr. Adam Karnick. But we're going to finish off with the soccer press here. The English Premier League. Well, there has been all kinds of crazy stuff going on here. Arsenal is looking actually pretty damn good. Yeah, how you like that? Arsenal leading with 34 points. Manchester City with 32. Next up, we have Newcastle United with 27 points, and Tottenham with 26, and Manchester United with 23, rounding out the top 5. Arsenal, you guys, they're looking pretty dang good. I like it. I'm all for it, man. It's nice to see some change-ups, of course, in this league after seeing United dominate for a little bit. So, going over to the Premier League, well, the Spanish Premier League, La Liga. Barcelona, of course, at the top with 34 points. Behind them, guess who? Seriously, you can just take a wild guess. You probably will guess it. That's right. It's Real Madrid. Yay! They have 32 points because, the entire league is ran by those two teams. So it's all obvious, right? Don't get me wrong. I don't hate them. It's just kind of nice when you see some mixing up in there. Anyway, in the top 5, kind of crazy, right? 8 points back from second place. Atletico Madrid with 24, which of course is like the third best team. The top 3 teams are the 3 best teams in La Liga. Go figure. Then we have Real Betis behind them with 23 points, and Osasuna in 5th place with 23. Now we're moving on over to the Bundesliga. Super good soccer. Bayern Munich, of course, leading as per usual, but it's only by 2 points with 28. Next up, FC Union Berlin with 26 points. Borussia Dortmund in 3rd place with 25. Next up, we have here SC Freiburg. Hopefully I pronounced that right. With 24. And in 5th place, Eintracht Frankfurt with 23 points. Now we're going to move it on over into the Italian Serie A. And, well, let's just say my Inter Milan has been playing good and then kind of not so good at the same time. Right outside the top 5. Regardless, Napoli with 35, AC Milan with 29, Atalanta with 27, Roma with 25, and Lazio with 24. And then last but not least, Liga or Ligue 1. We have currently PSG, because who else would be leading, right? With 38 points. Because that's just, Lens with 33. Rennes with 27. Next up with 27 as well, AS Monaco. And rounding out the top 5, Lorient with 27. Once again, hopefully I pronounce all those names right. And I do got to say one big thing here. One big gigantic thing. Because this happened last weekend, if I'm not mistaken. But I got to make sure to shout these ladies out, because it was just awesome. They had an amazing season, and congratulations to them on what they were able to do this year. And I'm glad it was right when the music stops as well, or when the music stopped, because, well, they earned it. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to, of course, the Portland Thorns. Yeah! They will defeat the KC Current 2-0 last weekend. And they will earn their 3rd NWSL title in franchise history, and their first since 2017. Just like the Astros, hey! I mean, kind of. Astros only their 2nd. But regardless, pretty cool there. And yeah, so a little bit of soccer coming your way. By the way, guys, really excited, of course, for the College Cup. If you guys haven't witnessed or checked out the soccer, the College Cups, Women's College Cup, the Men's College Cup. Seriously, they're really cool. Really, really fun. Good soccer. The students are super involved. I love it. The men's bracket will be starting. Gosh darn it, I didn't even know. But I know they're getting ready to start up soon, guys. The brackets and everything, selections will be coming up soon. And then, of course, the women's bracket, if I'm not mistaken, I should have went over this a little bit more earlier. But, the women's soccer bracket, let's take a quick look and see where they are. Because, once again, it's great soccer all the way around. Yeah, they haven't been selected either. So, I got to get back on my game, man. But, yeah, they coming on up, though. We have from, where is this at? It looks like North Carolina. I couldn't read it. But the College Cup's coming on up. Really excited for what's to come. And, very funny. Adam says, I pounded my trash can in honor of the Astros winning the World Series. Ha, ha, ha. Very funny, Mr. Adam Karnick. So, by the way, we are going to talk a little bit about here. Got to say, big ups to, and this deserves a hand clap here, Taryn wants to mention, of course, big ups to Miami, the women's volleyball team upsetting number 10 Georgia Tech on Friday. Awesome stuff there in NCAA volleyball. Going to get much more of that coming on up in the future, of course. Coming on up, the tournament. That tournament is amazing. If you guys have never watched a NCAA volleyball tournament, why not get another one, right? If you guys have never seen an NCAA volleyball tournament, it is really cool. I love it. The games aren't too long. There's lots of drama in it. This is really, 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 really neat. So I like it better than the men's. The men's only freaking 6 teams big, but the women's is like March Madness, but in November to December. It's like November Madness. It's awesome. So really looking forward to that coming up this year. And yeah, so also really quick. Let's see here. Where are we at? Whoopsies. I lost my place. Anyway, guys, let's go ahead and roll on over to a little bit of NHL because, well, why not? So, starting things up here. Little NHL action. Right now, the current standings. Boston looks pretty solid. In the Atlantic, Boston is currently 10-2. This team has probably been one of the better teams all year. The only team that's near them right now in how good they've been, well, there's actually one team that has a better record, and that's, of course, the Vegas Knights. It's a given. They're stacked. Solid team. 11-2 at the moment. And then, of course, we have here let's see. So the tops right now at the moment in the Atlantic, we have Boston at 10-2, dominating. What's kind of surprising me is that I get it's early in the season, but Tampa Bay 7-4, having kind of a rough go, and then the rest of the Atlantic just kind of blah. Really, it's kind of blah. That's what it is. In the Metropolitan, it's like it's wide open because nobody's really that good. The New Jersey Devils are leading at 9-3, and right behind them, Carolina at 8-2. It's like, it's crazy. It's wide open. Kind of surprising to see Pittsburgh kind of down there, and Columbus kind of down, but this is a wide open division. All of these teams, I mean, look at this, guys. New Jersey, Carolina, Philadelphia, both New York teams, Islanders and the Rangers, and then, of course, the Capitals, Pittsburgh, and Columbus. All of these teams are so jumbled. The gap is only 6 games. I know it's early in the season, so you're probably like, duh, Larry B, it's small. But I'm just saying, it's kind of cool to see this. It's really nice and, jumbled, a lot like the Central in the Western Conference. Dallas at 8-3, and then St. Louis at 6-4. So really, it's a 5-game gap. I love it because all these teams are, they're showing their stuff early. I like it. Then you get to the West, and you're like, the Pacific, and you're like, well, you kind of guessed it, right? You kind of knew that Vegas would be way up there. And then it's kind of a gap, and then everybody else is fighting for a second, really. Seattle, the Kings. I mean, I don't know. It's just kind of crazy to see it. So in the chat room, Adam says, yeah, where in the bleep does Jersey come off being good at hockey? They were supposed to be trash. Yeah, well, guess what? In the Metropolitan, they're leading at 9-3. Kind of crazy, right, guys? I mean, it's insane to see it. But I just really like it. I like how we have this fluctuation, But Boston right now just looking strong at the top. And we got some good games for you guys today, by the way. My Ducks, who are just not looking very good, gosh dang it, will be taking on the Panthers at home tonight. The Maple Leafs will be taking on the Hurricanes, and the Red Wings taking on the Rangers. Those are all the games for today, and, well, the NHL looks like a lot of fun. Last but not least, we're going to end things off today. I know I want to get into a few more things, but, man, we just ran out of time. In the NFL, well, it's been a season, right? It's been a season. The current playoff picture is just kind of a weirdo, and I don't know. I'm not even going to talk really much about, I get it, today we got some solid games coming up, all starting in just about a little bit over an hour. Tonight, Sunday Night Football, Titans and Chiefs. Monday Night Football coming up tomorrow, Ravens and Saints. But I'll tell you right now, guys, the playoff picture is what I'm interested in right now because, wow, I mean, next year I really am going to write down what I think throughout all the entire season and then look at how wrong I am. Seriously, I had high hopes for so many teams. And if some of you guys tuned in for 3 and Out earlier this week, oh my gosh, I let some teams have it. I was having fun. But at the moment right now, courtesy of NFL.com, the Bills look really freaking good. I am so sorry, Adam, on your show when I said that I didn't think they were Super Bowl contender, and I thought the Chargers were, because the Bills are dominating, and the Chargers are nowhere near where I thought they would be. So in the AFC right now, the Bills would get the bye. If the playoffs started tomorrow, the Bills would get the bye. Then we have the Titans. They would be taking on the Chargers. The Chargers would be coming to town to play them. Then we would have the Dolphins. Look at that. They would be heading on up to Arrowhead. And the Jets, of all teams, the freaking Jets. The Jets and the Giants have blown my mind. All right, it is insane to see. But the Jets will be heading over to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. And on the bubble, do not count out Mr. Bill Belichick. I don't know if he's won, if he took over most winning yet, or I've been a little bit out of the loop with sports, guys, as you can see, but most winning or somewhere right around most winning as coach. But my goodness, guys, he's just climbing the ladder. The Patriots are on the bubble at the moment. Oh my goodness, they look good. They look good. They look good. And right behind them, the Bengals, who everybody thought. It's crazy. It's funny because if you look at these side by side right now on the bubble, the Bengals and the Rams, both teams in the Super Bowl last year, one's 4-4, one's 3-4, and they're both neck and neck. Number 9 overall in their respective conferences. And they're beneath a team that they were way better than last year that is currently on the bubble. Yeah, so the Bengals right now just kind of black, and then everybody else from there just kind of falls. The Colts, the Browns, the Broncos, the Raiders, the Jaguars, the Steelers, the Texans. Yeah, just kind of It's not where you want to be, right? And then on the other side, Mr. Cale Henderson said it best when we were talking about the season preview on Mr. Adam Karnick's show, Chi-Town Weekly, to start the season, man. The Eagles, 8-0, just wow, man. Freaking wow. Amazing football team. Jalen Hurts, for anybody who just wants to say Jalen Hurts isn't a quarterback or whatever, yeah, I guess this one's for you, buddy. Just incredible job by this team and what they've been able to do. I just can't give them enough praise. Philadelphia is looking strong. Yeah, the Union just lost. Yeah, the Phillies just fell apart. But hey, I guess it's on to the Sixers and the Flyers and the Eagles now. And right now, the Eagles aren't letting nobody down in Philly. So let's see what they can do, right? They look pretty good. The Vikings, currently second place, or currently, second. So it would be the Niners coming on over to take on the Vikings. Then we would have the Giants heading over to Seattle. Hey! And I had Seattle in the basement, you guys, of the NFC West. Joke's on me, right? So Niners would be heading on over to take on the Seattle Seahawks, and the Cowboys would be heading on over to take on the Atlanta Falcons. You guys, it is nuts when you see the Giants. There's 3 teams, guys. How about that? Eagles, Cowboys, and Giants all in there. And guess who's on the bubble? This is the best part. Who's on the bubble? The Washington Commanders. I love this new playoff format because I really do think 4 teams from the same division can make it. Pretty sweet, right? I mean, I don't know if that's the truth or not, but we'll see. But they're currently on the bubble. The Washington Commanders at 4-4. Then, of course, just from there down, Rams, Buccaneers, Packers, Cardinals, Saints, Bears, Carolina Panthers, and the Detroit Lions. Well, I guess there you go. But, ladies and gentlemen, it has been a great season, and I'm so excited to get into some more NFL coming on up this season. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached that time of the show. Oh my goodness, we have reached this time. Today, there was just so many good things that went on the last couple of weeks. It's going to be a double damn, son, today. It's just going to be a double. I couldn't decide between these two. Thank you to Mr. Matthew Owens for the second idea. The first one I already had in mind, but oh my gosh. This is going to be fun. Yesterday, the NCAA football world was flipped upside down. In the Championship 4 in NASCAR today, well, let's just say it all came down to a move that made you say, Damn, son! Let's start with that move. Ross Chastain, you guys. Can we just... This was incredible. You can't tell me it wasn't cool. Ross Chastain, final 2 turns at Martinsville, the paperclip. He was right behind Denny Hamlin, or, he had to beat Denny Hamlin to get in to the championship 4. Homeboy straight up just... coming into that little paperclip turn, usually hit the brake and coast or whatever you do around that corner, and guess what? He just had all gas, no brakes. Damn, son. Hit the wall, man, and just slid around it. Used that to slide right in front of Denny Hamlin coming off of turn 4 and slides his way right on into the Championship 4 today. So be ready, all you NASCAR fans. My goodness, it's gonna be a good one. I am so freaking jacked for this race today. Who's it gonna be? We have our 4 drivers going into this thing, and it's going to be incredible. Best luck to all the drivers, but man, it's gonna be awesome. Phoenix Raceway today. Going down. Who will it be? Oh my gosh, it's going to be awesome. Logano, Bell, Chastain, and Elliott. Who will it be? We will see. Oh, what a move to get in. Some drivers didn't like it. Some thought it was horrible. Some thought it was bad luck for the sport, embarrassing, all this. Other people were like, man, that was pretty awesome. And it made them say, damn, son. You know what else made me say, damn, son? the NCAA football week 10, because yesterday, damn son, did this happen? I'm sorry. It's amazing. It's amazing. Looking in the chat room, in our band chat room, where IE Sports Radio talks, Adam Karnick said it best. I love college football because it's the truth, you guys. Look at this. Oregon's number 23 Oregon State on Friday beat Washington. Okay, unranked Washington. Damn, son. Beats Oregon State. Number 23 Oregon State, 24-21. Number 3 Georgia defeats number 1 Tennessee. Short-lived for Tennessee this year at number 1, but hey, at least they made it. 27-13. Michigan State will knock off. I'm sorry, Adam. Number 16 Illinois. 23-15. Kansas, the Jayhawks, will knock off number 18 Oklahoma State 37-16. Pittsburgh will knock off number 20 Syracuse 19-9. Number 10 LSU. Oh, this was the one, wasn't it? Number 10 LSU will knock off number 6 Alabama 30. I mean, it's incredible, you guys. Overtime victory here for LSU. Incredible job. For those guys, just wow, man, freaking wow, 32-31. Unranked Notre Dame, who I didn't think had a chance whatsoever, would knock off number 4 Clemson 35-14. Ladies and gentlemen, it continues. Number 24 Texas defeats number 13 Kansas State 34-27, and then we have number 22. I guess this is kind of an upset, but number 22 NC State will defeat number 21 Wake Forest 30-21. We were out last night, Celia and I, enjoying ourselves in downtown Riverside at the Suarthos festival. Really, 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 really cool. And yeah, we were enjoying that. So I couldn't be on Twitter too much whatsoever really yesterday. Just enjoying the day with family. But man, what a day, right? And just, oh my gosh, you just can't get better. I wish could have been able to see all those games, but yeah. Arthur Parsons says it was an amazing move. Well, of course, regarding Ross Chastain. And yes, it was an amazing game. Man, you guys, it is so good to be back on air. And well, I guess there's only one thing to do today, and that's cue the music, because we're out of here! Alright, well, I don't know if I got to everything I wanted to talk about today. I don't even know if I did. I think I covered everything. Oh, well, big ups to Lomachenko. Can we give a hand clap to this man? Just dominating a couple weeks ago. Had his first fight back in like over a year and a half. This man has overcome so much. I'm sure family and friends of Ukraine, he has just... Oh my gosh, can we just hope that all this ends? I mean, come on, y'all. World peace. We gotta love each other, man. No more hate, no more hating, no more violence. But he's back in the ring, got a nice victory a couple weeks ago, and Devin Haney jumped in the ring and said he wanted it. This guy has all 4 titles. He's unified them. Lomachenko, he knows what it's like to be a champion. Will Loma fight Devin Haney and get it done? I love it. Mr. Marcus Los Great, the host of our combat sports show here at IE Sports Radio, Gloves Off, says Lomachenko ducks nobody. And honestly, you guys, he doesn't. Homeboy doesn't duck anyone. I think we're going to see Heaney. I think we are. I think we're going to see Heaney and Lomachenko square off. I'm really excited for this because why not, man? We got ourselves a good fight coming up, so that should be that. Coming up. So, anyway, congratulations to all of our champions. Once again, LAFC, the Houston Astros, the Portland Thorns. We got a champion today in NASCAR. Congratulations once again to Mr. Max Verstappen on an amazing season. Just a great time for sports, right? World Cup is coming on up. First time it's ever been in the winter, I think. I don't know. But just awesome stuff, you guys. Really excited for all these great sports to come. And, well, that is gonna do it, man. So it felt good to be back on air. This show came close to just kind of closing down for a while, and it did. My apologies, man. Just life and work and career and everything has kind of got in the way, and oh, man, but Celia and I are happy to be back on air for the Sports Club Perspectives. We'll be returning on Friday, and I'm happy to be back on air here Sunday mornings. It's always a good show, man. It's always a good time, and I just want to say thank you to everybody who tuned in today. Mr. Mike Pat, of course, the host of our DMV Sports Show, Let's Wind About Sports. Make sure to catch him coming on up today. He's got some good stuff as always. He's coming up later on today, well, tonight that is, during Sunday Night Football at 6 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. Then, of course, Mr. Arthur Parsons just got off air a little bit ago with the Bayou Bulletin, starting off the week with us with a little New Orleans flavor. You gotta love it, a little Louisiana flavor. Starting us off, man. Appreciate you, Arthur, and all you do. Same with you, Mike. Make sure you catch both their shows. Of course, showing some love to Mr. Adam Karnick as well. Make sure you catch him tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Pacific. You gotta show him some love. Chi-Town Weekly covering all things Chicago. So just big ups to everybody here in the chat room. And big ups to everybody, of course, supporting the show and just being a part of this. You guys are absolutely incredible. Coming on up, man. We got so much to get into. Of course, USRN and WSR. Make sure you tune in today on Mixer.com. We'll have those up for you, the links. Check out all those live calls, iSports Radio live calls as well. Because here, under our umbrella of sports, us three networks do our best to bring you the latest in sports, and that's what it's all about. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to do it. That is going to do it for me, and it's been a fun one. I will see you next Sunday. Man, it's been fun. Well, until then, this has been me, your boy Larry B, signing off. I will see y'all next Sunday. Until then, take care, and as always, God bless.